Also joined in the studio by the former Strictly professional Brian Fortuna. Evening to you.
Evening again.
Anything that you'd like to put to Brian? Any comments you want to make on Strictly? As I said, 84850, christo@lbc.co.uk. So why aren't you in Strictly anymore?
I got to a point where I felt like it was enough for me.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking to have a long-term career in the entertainment industry. And I looked at this incredible show and what it's done for ballroom dancers. Because when I was a kid, ballroom dancing wasn't a popular thing. It wasn't known at all. And I got made fun in school for it. And then this Strictly Come Dancing and Dancing with the Stars came onto the scene. And for the ballroom dancers, it opened up an entire new world for us, and a world that I always wanted to be a part of.
And a career beyond ballroom dancing.
Beyond teaching at a studio and doing shows. I mean, it's really opened up doors. And I took a look at the two dancers in America that have really capitalized on the show, and that's Derek and Julianne Hough. And I believe the reason why they were able to do that is because they have the ability to act and sing as well. They're all-around entertainers. So I took a step back a year ago. I said, I'm going to have to learn how to do this. And I want to add a couple more strings to my bow to make sure that I can keep myself in this business long-term.
So what did you do then?
I came back to London, kept my head down, and I trained myself for a year. I worked with some of the top vocal coaches in London, went over to the Actors Centre, and
so what did you do there? One-to-one teaching? Did you throw yourself into a course? What did you do?
Both.
Amazing.
I was doing a lot of one-to-one, and then my teacher said, you know what, you need to get yourself into a group setting, get around other actors, and start getting some experience.
And so what was it like? Did any of the other actors recognise you when you went in, or when you started talking as well, because you got a very distinctive accent? Did any of them know that you were from Strictly?
Yeah, they went, what the heck are you doing here, man?
And so did that make it more difficult for you? Make you a bit more self-conscious about trying something new? And because acting, I've done acting classes before, and you feel a bit. Personally, I feel a bit self-conscious anyway. But if everyone knew who I was, I'd feel awful.
Honestly, Chris, I have no shame, man. So no, it was no big deal. But it was a cool experience, and I'm glad I did. I mean, the goal this year was to get myself on stage as an actor and a singer, and
which you've done, because you have a show coming up, Over the Rainbow. Now, tell me about Over the Rainbow. Now, because I thought it was End of the Rainbow, which is the show that tells the life story of Judy Garland, but apparently it's not that at all.
Right. So every time I tell everyone I'm in the show, they're like, "Oh, End of the Rainbow." I'm like, "No, not that one. Over the Rainbow." Over the Rainbow is the story of Eva Cassidy. For those of you who don't know who she was a jazz singer who died at the tragic age of 33 in the States. After she died, Terry Wogan discovered her music, released it in Europe, and became a #1 seller overnight. And the play is the story of her life, her death, her family, and her music. And I'm playing the brother, Daniel Cassidy, alongside Maureen Nolan and Sarah Jane Buckley.
Oh, wow, okay. So, and where is that going to be playing?
We're touring all around the country. We're up north for most of the rest of next week.
Yeah.
And after that, I haven't the slightest idea, because I go 1 week at a time on tour.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. And do you think that there's a chance that it could end up coming to London?
Yes. As a matter of fact, we got an email in yesterday that we may be having a limited West End run.
So that would be wonderful.
Fingers crossed, it'd be amazing.
So that's not bad, is it? Not very long out of the Actors Centre, and then potentially straight onto treading the boards in the West End.
Yeah, I mean, it's been cool, and I got a chance to work on a independent film this year that went to Cannes as well.
Yeah.
So it's been neat. It's been intimidating, though, to be honest with you. I mean, not so much the acting, but the singing. Really, I have a newfound respect for how much work goes into being an actor and a singer, and what these guys do on the West End. Because, in complete honesty, I thought I was going to come back over to England and walk into a West End role. And since I've been over here working at it, you realize how much talent is out there and how much it really takes to become a West End lead.
And what's your voice like? Is it okay? Did you find it? Had you had any singing experience before?
Prior to like a year ago, the only singing experience I had was in the car, and I sing everywhere because I love to sing. But now I've been training myself now for about 8 months properly. I'm starting to find my voice, starting to find where it fits. It's got a bit of a bluesy rock type of feel to it. And I'm enjoying every minute of it. And honestly, I'm enjoying the singing on stage more than the dancing, believe it or not.
What show would you like to be in the West End? Obviously you've got the dance step. I've heard you're an okay dancer. I will give you that. And so you've got that sorted. But what would you like to be in?
Well, the casting director from Jersey Boys saw me at the show the other day, and I'm there like every 3 or 4 days. And I looked at her. I said, "Listen, I'm just going to keep showing up when you put me on the darn show."
Yeah. Which part would you like in that?
Bob Gaudio is the role that I'm going for.
Oh yes, okay. So that's the guy
he was the musical
writing.
Genius behind Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. He wrote most of their music, and that whole story, it has a lot of meaning to me. My dad knew Frankie Valli when they were kids. He worked with him in Wildwood, New Jersey, and I'm from Jersey, so I am literally a Jersey boy.
Yeah.
And I can do the accent pretty good as well, so...
It's a brilliant show. It's an absolutely phenomenal show. What else have we got here? I'm going to see if we've got any Strictly texts coming in. If you'd like to send any in, by the way, 84850, christo@lbc.co.uk. How much longer do you think Strictly could be on TV?
I think about it all the time, and I don't know, because obviously it's going to come to an end at some point. But when? I mean, we have no idea. The popularity is still through the roof. The ratings are through the roof in America. They're through the roof here. So I hope that the show continues on forever. I mean, like I said, it's opened up doors. It's educated the public on what ballroom dancing is, and it's changed my life.
Would you go back to it if you were asked?
Right now, no, I don't think so. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm looking forward to it. And the goal for next year is West End lead and a film.
But it was quite a risk that you took. I mean, walking away from it when it's a pretty cushy gig. You're in someone's living room every weekend. I think it's okay pay, I would imagine, as well. Exposure, all those things. So, were there not moments that you freaked out that maybe you'd made completely the wrong decision?
No, not completely the wrong decision. But yeah, you have those moments this year. It's a huge step financially. Profile diminishes because you're not on national TV every night. But when you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. And I'm going after the big dream. And for me, it's a small step backward to take a very big step forward in the future.
Okay, let's talk to Katie, who's in Haringey. Evening to you, Katie.
Hi, Katie.
Hi, Christo. Hi, Brian. Brian, I just wanted to ask you if you didn't feel that the Americans embrace the singer-dancer actor far more than we do in the UK.
I would completely disagree with you.
Oh.
I think that the talent in America right now is too focused on the celebrity aspect of things and the Hollywood aspect of things. And what I love about being in England is the fact that the artists here are still true artists. They still do Shakespeare. They still do plays. They're still into their craft. And I feel like the education that I'm getting in England far surpasses what I could have got in America.
I think the training, I went to drama school myself, but I do think training is. But I think people say like John Barrowman, yes?
Yeah.
I don't think, not being an American, he would have got... I don't know. I'm obviously wrong.
Oh, are you saying that the British public embraces the American actor, singer, dancer more so than the British?
Yes, I think they do. I don't think they embrace it very well for British actors.
Well, I guess I'm in the right place then.
Yeah,
I think you are.
Listen, Katie, thank you. Are you a fan of Strictly? Have you been watching this year?
Sorry?
Have you watched the last couple of episodes of Strictly?
I'm an X Factor girl.
You're an X Factor girl.
Yeah.
But there's room for both now on Saturday nights because they don't clash anymore.
Well...
Can't we all just get along?
Can't we all just get along? Make love, not war, Katie. Thank you. Nice to talk to you. That's Katie in Haringey. Because, of course, that was the big kind of bugbear was when Strictly kind of went... I was at the most bizarre press conference once. Can I tell you about this?
Please.
I think you were there, actually. I was at the most bizarre press conference, and this is where I thought Brucey was starting to lose it. I think he's fine now, but I thought he was starting to lose it. It was the year that you had decided to go head-to-head. Strictly, not you, had decided to go head-to-head with X Factor.
I actually made that decision.
You made that decision, yeah. They said, what does Brian think? Great. And they put you head-to-head with X Factor. And it was the launch show, and I think it was the launch show with, I can't remember who the celebrities were. Oh, Phil Tufnell's year.
Right, so that would have been...
Were you in that year?
That was the year I danced with Ali. That's the last year I did.
I think it was with Ali Bastian. And Brucey was at you would have been backstage at this point, and they decided they were going to get head-to-head, and it was going to be the big showdown. And Brucey came out to do his little intro, and then he came round to all the tables where all the journalists were on, with sheets of paper, with the last series ratings on the sheets of paper, with a week-by-week breakdown.
I wonder who instructed that.
And he was going round the tables saying, well, because all the press had said, the X Factor beaten Strictly the year before. And so he was going round and he was saying, well, now, if you look at this week, you'll see that actually we're up against the football there. So there's no chance that we were going to... This week, well, actually, I think you'll find the audience...
so he was making excuses.
Yeah, he was saying that, Strictly had done better than had been reported. And so that we all had to be much nicer about it. And I thought, I'm worried he's actually...
Did it work?
No, because I don't know. Did that year do well? I think that year did well. You'd either decided to go head to head that year, or you'd decided not to because the year before you had, and it had gone.
I'll tell you what, they did make major changes at the BBC the next year.
Yes, they did. But I just thought, Brucey, I'm a bit worried about you. You know, everyone was going, okay, it's fine. We really like Strictly, but everyone was a bit confused.
Well, and it doesn't matter what Brucey says. You're listening.
Yeah, it's true. We all were listening, but it was like 8 a.m. all these like jaded journalists going, look, we believe you, Brucey, don't worry. Listen, best of luck with the show. So where are you going to be over the rainbow? Where can people find out more information?
Just check it out on the internet. Google Over the Rainbow or Brian Fortuna. And we get the dates. Come out and see us. It's a great show. It's a very sad show, but when
do you start?
We're 3 weeks on the road already.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, so it's going well, and you're getting some good reaction and stuff?
Good reactions, good reviews. The first week for me, knees were shaking for getting lines, but now I'm in the groove and it's working good.
Wonderful, yeah. Make sure you know them all by the time you get to the West End.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
That's Brian Fortuna. Thanks for joining us. And we're going to